everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Might. I am Michael Cole, here with Tony Schiavone and with Elijah Burke. And today on Dynamite, or Might, hopefully we are going to learn about Brock Lesnar and what he did to Wonder Woman yesterday on NXT, Michael Cole says. Well, you're right about that one, Tony Schiavone says. Yesterday on NXT, Wonder Woman came out. Brock Lesnar was out there. They had a talk. Wonder Woman scathed Brock Lesnar for being a bully and a heel and a creep, which he has been through most of his first run in WWE. For his first run in WWE and his 20th run in WWE, which he also did in the NFL, if there is a thing, and his one-off in NJPW and his one-off and his run in UFC for back to the 20th run. Well, I could tell you what, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone, Brock Lesnar has always been that way. I've known him back when he was first in WWE and then sent to OVW for wrestling work. And then after his wrestling learnership was done, and then ended up spending only about 2 or 3 years after all his wrestling learning in OVW. So really his first WWE run was really 20 to 2004 while, and W only got 3 years out of the years that he spent working in OVW for them. But then he went to the NFL. No football team would pick him up. Then he went to NJPW. Then he went to UFC before he came back to WWE. But he's a bully. He's a heel. He's a creep. Say what you want to say about him. Paulie dangerously can say he has nothing to do with Brock Lesnar anymore. That he only has stuff to do with Roman Reigns and Jason Uso and James Uso, and so is Akula, but that's bullshit. He still has oversight with all Brock Lesnar stuff. Well, that's right, Michael Cole said. Say what you're going to say, but I think Paulie dangerously probably could be the overseer for both Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, as long as he could keep them away from each other, like he hoped to do with Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, and that didn't work. So, Brock Lesnar says, everyone wants to know what I did to Wonder Woman. Everyone wants to know if I'm still a bully and a heel and a creep. Well, I talked with my overseer, my good friend, who is also the overseer for Roman Reigns, Jason and James Uso, the brothers. So is Sakura. We haven't got him yet. And I had a talk, and I made a deal that I wouldn't get in Roman Reigns' business, and Roman Reigns wouldn't get in my business. But anyway, I beat the hell out of Wonder Woman. She called me a bully. She called me a heel. She called me a creep. Now, I don't mind being scathed, but to call me a bully or a heel or a creep, come on. I'm a 3-time OVW tag team fighter with Shelton Benjamin. I am a 7-time WWE heavyweight fighter. I'm a 3-time world heavyweight fighter. I'm a 1-time NJPW heavyweight fighter. And I'm a former UFC heavyweight fighter. I didn't really do much in NFL. No other team didn't want me. But very few wrestlers can say they're a former beginner wrestler, skilled fighter, skilled football player. You're right, Brock Lesnar. You're right, Paulie dangerously says. And the deal that I worked out, the deal that you and Roman Reigns worked out, hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully what happened between you and CM Punk and WWE, and between you and Roman Reigns and WWE don't happen. So, Paulie dangerously says, Brock Lesnar wants to say that Wonder Woman, she's a over good doer. But at the end of the day, the wrestling ring, the fighting ring, whatever you want to call it, skilled wrestling, sports glee, whatever you want to call it, Wonder Woman knows that at the end of the day, she never wrestled, never fought any foe as bad as Brock Lesnar. And we heard yesterday she wants to have a fight with him. Well, sadly, that's not going to happen. Brock Lesnar, just like Roman Reigns, only fights when he feels like it. And at the end of the day, why don't you just shut the fuck up, both of you? Wonder Woman says. You know, Paulie Dangerously, for a man who talks about how great Roman Reigns is, you don't mind hanging out with a man that came near to beating Roman Reigns every time they fought. And I'm not going to believe that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are friends. No way they worked out a rest deal where you could be both their overseer. But I don't care about that. What I care about is you, Brock Lesnar. Yes, you're a bully. Yes, you're a heel. Yes, you're a creep. You know, for all the gouge you're given and all the oversight you're given, you don't put in as much as you did. Back in the day, Brock Lesnar, you did have a standard when you were in OVW, when you were in WWE. But what happened to that standard? Oh, I don't know, because the NFL didn't take you onto any of their teams. NJPW, oh, they know how to speak Dawnlandish, I guess. I don't know. Then you went to UFC, and that was so great and everything. Back to WWE, and I guess that's when your standard kind of lost. So, you want to fight me, Brock Lesnar? Well, I want to fight you. Hey, and I don't care if you are a former skilled fighter, former skilled football player, former beginner wrestler, skilled wrestler, whatever you want to call yourself. It's all the same to me. You know, let's have that match. Hell, we don't even have to worry about which fight lord we can, which fight keeper we want to get to oversee it. Alright, Brock Lesnar says, but it's your burial. Well, Paulie Dangerously's now the overseer for both Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Michael Cole says. I can't believe I'm saying that at all, Michael Cole says. Well, Tony Schiavone said, I don't know how Brock Lesnar would have been if he was in IW or AEW, or even if they could afford to meet his deal to work for them, as long as he's worked for WWE over the years. His run in WWE's his Tudis run in WWE's probably longer than his first run. Well, anyway, Wonder Woman going right after Brock Lesnar, Michael Cole says. Yeah, Brock Lesnar wronged Wonder Woman, Tony Schiavone said, and she's going to get even. Elijah Burke says, I tell you right now, Brock Lesnar is not the kind of man that likes to be put in a bind. I mean, we did talk about what he did in OVW, WWE, NFL, NJPW, UFC, and WWE. So at the end of the day, we all know what he can do. And Wonder Woman getting ready to put an end to Brock Lesnar. Well, Elijah Burke said, Brock Lesnar is going to F5 Wonder Woman. Oh! Brock Lesnar, F5 Wonder Woman, Michael Cole said. And that was not his first hold. His first end hold was what he did when he was in OVW under WWE's watch. Yeah, he's going to do it again. Brock, no, don't do that. You fucked up. Don't do your old hold you did in OVW and WWE. I didn't fuck up this time. For once, Elijah Burke said Brock Lesnar didn't have the mishap that made him give up on that one hold and take on another hold. That he said that Johnny Ace, when he was still a road follower, still a street follower in WWE, told him he should do. But Brock Lesnar likes to go back to what brought him to the skip, and it was never that hold, Michael Cole said. Wonder Woman is still getting beat up, F5'd again, by Brock Lesnar. Now German back slams. But it has nothing to do with German slam at all, Michael Cole says. You're right, Tony Schiavone said. Why do we call those German back slams when they have nothing to do with German land or the German speech or the German folk? I don't know. Oh, Wonder Woman's still being taken down right now by Brock Lesnar, Michael Cole says. I don't know. I do know one thing, Tony Schiavone says. Brock Lesnar, does he even want to be the TWF Pennsylvania Right fighter, or is it just about beating up folks? Elijah Burke said, I think Michael and Tony, it's all about just beating up folks. Wonder Woman getting back up now. Oh! Wonder Woman just struck and took down Brock Lesnar. She's getting even for the beatdown that happened yesterday on NXT, Michael Cole said. Yes, she is, Tony Schiavone said. She's getting even for that beatdown at the hands of Brock Lesnar yesterday on NXT. It's up on YouTube or side or way you can watch it now if you want to. Wonder Woman taking down Brock Lesnar. Paulie dangerously, Michael Cole says. Struck from behind. Oh, and Brock Lesnar got Wonder Woman up on the F5, Tony Schiavone said. Yeah, Elijah Burke said, thanks for Paul Heyman or Paulie dangerously or whoever you want to call him. If it wasn't for that, I don't think Brock Lesnar would have gotten the upside on Wonder Woman, Elijah Burke said. But that's her mistake for taking her eyes off on him. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar has beat Wonder Woman here today on Dynamite or Might, Michael Cole says. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. Brock Lesnar has beat Wonder Woman, a Discovery Warner Brothers DC self, here today on Dynamite or Might, Tony Schiavone says. And speaking of businesses that may soon be owned fully by another business, I understand that WWE has been bought by Avazor, if I'm saying their name right. Yeah, they have, Michael Cole said. They still got to get all the lawful things taken care of between the Gabber trade team and all that stuff. But yeah, apparently the sale did go down. Michael Cole said. Well, Elijah Burke said, I wish you all good luck on that. You know, wish WE good luck on that. You know, I know how it is. IW was sold many times from many owners over the years. But anyway, we're not talking about that now. We're talking about Wonder Woman and how Brock Lesnar beat Wonder Woman, beat Diana Prince or Diana Elderling, here today on Dynamite or Might, which has nothing to do with AEW's one, but only a name only. And Gorilla Monsoon now is now going to be talking, hopefully going to be talking with Brock Lesnar and Paulie dangerously, Michael Cole says. Yeah, I like how those two came back together again, Tony Schiavone said. I'd like to know. All right, Michael Cole, Tony Schiavone, I'm going to be talking with Brock Lesnar and Paulie dangerously here today on Power, here today on Dynamite or Might. First off, Gorilla Monsoon, in true life, I don't know if we ever truly met. But in the TWF, me and you have known each other since 2010 YL. Anyway, Gorilla Monsoon, it is I worked a deal out with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I am the overseer of both men, but both men keep out of each other's business. And Wonder Woman, or Elder Legion Diana, or Diana Elderling, whatever you want to call her, got beat by Brock Lesnar. This Discovery, Warner Brothers, DC, over good to herself, has been beaten. Her and her husband, Stephen Carter, they can now both are shamed by Brock Lesnar. she can go back home to her Teutonic or war women or fighter women or whatever they call themselves, strong women, or go back to Stephen Carter, and she can talk about how she let everyone down, just like she did in her films. Wonder Woman already fucked it up when she started an Overman fight Ratman, or was it Wildermouse Man? When she had her two first films, didn't go very well. When she showed up in a Kazam film, his Tootith film, who the hell he is, every time she shows up, she besmirches everything. Brock Lesnar beat Wonder Woman. It is what it is. I am the overseer Brock Lesnar and the overseer of Roman Reigns, as long as both of them uphold their deal to leave each other alone. So in other words, Paulie Dangerously, you don't want to happen what happened between CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, what happened between Yokozuna and Big Van Vader. No, I don't. I don't know how James E. Cornette let that get out of running lead. And somehow I sadly let that get out of read between CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. But that's not happening again. Well, Brock Lesnar, you got anything to say? Yeah, like I say, Paulie Dangerously said everything that needs to be said. I'm a bully. I'm a heel. I'm a creep. Man, am I good at that. Well, that's my talk with Brock Lesnar and Paulie Dangerously. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Paulie Dangerously and Brock Lesnar here today on Dynamite or Mike. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mike. I am Michael Cole for Tony Schiavone and Elijah Burke. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact on XS TV or Smash and Inside Farce here.